Good evening, children. So we will discuss next part of the lesson, the climate of India. Today's topic is about global warming and climate change. Yesterday we discussed about the monsoon mechanism, hence advancing monsoons and retreating of monsoons. I hope you understand well. If any doubts, just once go through the textbook, my dears. If you go through the textbook, it will be understood very easier about advancing monsoon system and retreating of monsoons. Okay, so let us understand. So what is global warming and so what is impact of global warming on India itself or across the countries in the world? Actually, global warming is a current burning topic. It has been faced by many countries in the world. No country left from this pandemic situation. It is this what is current burning topic it was right now. First of all, when we talk about earth can be changes from a planet. It was changed towards to planet from the fireball. It is at the time of formation of earth, it is like a fireball. The no life is possible upon the surface. Gradually it becomes a planet. The temperature gradually reduces and the life was possible over the earth's surface, and atmosphere also created, which is a layer surrounds the earth, right? So then the number of gases like oxygen, nitrogen and other gases also should be in the atmosphere, right? Now see, later on these gases did not trap it into space, did not trap it. That's all these gases which are very helpful to us, which are very helpful to life possible over the surface, trapped into the atmosphere only, like oxygen, nitrogen, right now. So because of Earth's gravitational force itself, you well know about the Earth has a gravitational force, no? Due to the force of gravitational, all these gases which are very important to us did not trap into space. Then the life which is very possible over the Earth's surface. You well know that in solar system there were 8 planets, except Earth, no planet has atmosphere. The atmosphere is very important for life possible. Then the life which has to be run over the planet itself. So then the Earth has atmosphere. This atmosphere which is helpful to run our life successfully. In the beginning, the Earth has, which consists of gases, then that's the average temperature which is normal, but gradually the Earth's average temperature has been increasing from 19th century onwards. What happens in 19th century? There was an industrial revolution started in European countries, particularly in England. When this industrial revolution leads for emitting the carbon emissions into atmosphere. Yes, these carbon emissions which present in the atmosphere doesn't trap the heat into space. I hope you well know, you learned in 9th class regarding about solar radiation and insolation. Do you know, children, the Earth can be receiving the temperature from the sun or heat from the sun is called solar radiation. The Earth can be receive 100% of solar radiation, 100% heat from the sun, the same percentage returned back to or trapped into atmosphere again. It can be balanced. It is. This is nothing but distribution of heat. How much heat received by the Earth from the sun, the same amount of heat can be trapped into space. This is called distribution. The heat can be distributed, but from the 19th century onwards. Yes, let us understand what is anthropogenic global warming. Yes, no. First of all, you understood that anthropogenic global warming means the global, as were the reason for the global warming, as were the reason for the increasing the Earth's average temperature. But what were the reasons behind it? How human activities contributing global warming? There will be a question in the public examinations. Question is then, what are the reasons or what are the reasons for contributing global warming? Or what human activities contributing global warming? Human activities are, how they have been doing activities which is leads to increasing the average temperature. Yes, no. First of all, deforestation, right? For expansion of agriculture, for industrial development, for urbanization, man has been cutting the forest. Man has been deforesting the forest. You know, thousands of hectares of forest cover, which is deforested. So this is one of the main cause for the global warming. You know, the trees can be, yes, balancing the environmental what issues are it is, like global warming it is, like pollution it is, okay, which is controlled by the trees, isn't it? But what is happening for industrial growth, for agricultural expansion, for urbanization process, they have been cutting the forest. Deforestation has been going on. So deforestation is one of the main cause for the global warming. This is purely done by humans only. This is the human activity, right? Right now. Next, second important human activity was burning of fossil fuels. What are the fossil fuels are? Coal, petroleum, isn't it? So which present in the earth, they have been digging the coal or extracting coal from the earth or extracting natural gas from the earth and also petroleum, means oil it was. So as we have been burning coal, petroleum, natural gas for our development, for our growth. So this is leads to emitting the carbons into atmosphere. Yes, no. The carbon emissions have been emitted while burning the coal, petroleum, and natural gas. So burning of fossil fuels is one of the reasons for global warming. Second it is. Next, third, transportation means use of vehicles. You know, the population has been increasing and the vehicle users also increasing a lot. You know, the vehicles can be run through a fuel itself. Yes, no. So while fuel burns, the carbon emissions coming out. So the vehicles have been emitting carbon emissions in the atmosphere, also one of the reason. Next, using of electrical appliances like air conditioners is the best example. Yes, no. The air conditioners can be emitting carbons into atmosphere or harmful gases into atmosphere. Also one of the reason for the global warming itself. So all these are done by humans only. These are the human activities has been contributing global warming. That is why to reduce the global warming, to reduce the Earth's average temperature, there were many more conferences took place across the countries in the world. Yes, no. An organization was set up to discuss about global warming, to reduce the carbon emissions, to reduce the Earth's average temperature is called IPCC. It's very important. What is IPCC mean? IPCC mean Intergovernmental Panel on Climate Change. Intergovernmental Panel on Climate Change was set up to discuss about this global warming or to reduce the Earth's average temperature regarding the burning of fossil fuels also. Isn't it? So this IPCC has been conducting many conferences across the countries in the world. The very recent conference took place in 2015 at Paris. Conference took place in 2015. In this conference, 193 countries attended. 193 countries attended for this conference, which held in Paris, France, to discuss about climate change. You know, the climate has been changing drastically a lot because of this carbon emissions. So it is. While we are burning the fossil fuels, what happens? The carbon emissions comes out and leads to increasing the Earth's average temperature. To reduce the emissions, to reduce the Earth's average temperature, there was a conference took place in Paris in 2015. 193 countries very interested to attend. So agreed to reduce the Earth's average temperature, that is 2 degrees Celsius. 2 degrees Celsius. Hence, they agreed to reduce the Earth's average temperature is 2 degrees Celsius in this conference. So this way, the IPCC has been conducting conference across the countries in the world to reduce the carbon emissions, to reducing the Earth's average temperature. But no conferences has been successfully completing. Yes, no, because the countries which have been thinking about development, the countries had a selfishness for develop their nations. Best example, India is developing now. Yes, no. The development of our country depends on burning of fossil fuels only. Example, electricity is one of the basic need for run the industries or not. Without electricity, how the industries run? The electricity which can be generated with burning of coal. If you stop for burning of coal, then no electricity generated and no industries of our country run successfully, then there would be a industrial growth can be stopped, isn't it? That is why the developing countries not at all agreed to reduce the burning of fossil fuels. But the developed countries in the world, like in the West, you know that, like US, Britain, France, Germany, are the countries agreed to reduce the burning of fossil fuels. Yes, they agreed because they were already well developed since 19th century. Yes, no. See, when we have seen the countries across the world, the Western countries were well developed industrially, but the Eastern countries like Asian countries and African countries are developing now industrially, isn't it? So then there was a disagreement in between developing countries and developed countries regarding to reduce the burning of fossil fuels. Disagreement. You know, in this conference, they agreed to reduce the average temperature to 2 degrees Celsius, but not possible. They failed to reduce the 2 degrees Celsius temperature of Earth because developed countries and developing countries together to disagree about the burning of fossil fuels. My dear students, here the developed countries asked developing countries to reduce the burning of fossil fuels because burning of fossil fuels is one of the main cause for increasing its average temperature. Yes, no, that is called anthropogenic global warming, no, caused by the humans. Right, no, that is why the developed countries asked developing countries to reduce the burning of fossil fuels. But we were not agreeing. The Eastern countries, which are industrially weak, are industrially developing nations to need development. They argued with the developed countries regarding their development. The development which can be struck if they don't burn the fossil fuels, isn't it? The development of these Eastern countries, which depends on the burning of fossil fuels only. If they stop to burn these fossil fuels like coal, petroleum, natural gas, then there may be industrial development not possibilities. That is why the developing countries did not agree with the developing countries regarding to reduce the burning of fossil fuels. It was nothing but a disagreement between the nations. Okay, so the 2015 IPCC conference at Paris was failed. Why it was failed? Because the developing countries disagreed with the developed countries. Here the developed countries asked the developing countries to go with the other alternatives. Depends on the solar energy. But generating solar energy is too expensive and it hasn't been reached up to the mark while generating electricity. So that is why our industrial development, which depends on the burning of fossil fuels only, Okay, not other alternatives like hydroelectricity, tidal energy, solar energy. Yeah, there were the other alternatives were there. But so these alternatives not enough to run our industries. That is why we are not able to cut down this burning of fossil fuels. We are not able to agree with the developed countries. That is why whatever the agreement took place across the countries in the world, which conducted by Intergovernmental Panel on Climate Change, were failed. No meeting is succeeded. No conference succeeded because of development only. Yes, each and every country thinks about development. The developed countries will develop, and the developing countries wants to develop, isn't it? So both the countries has to think about development only. The rich countries becoming richer, wants to rich. The poor countries wants to becoming rich in industrially, isn't it? So that is why the industrial growth of the eastern countries is very poor. Their economical growth, their development, which depends on the burning of fossil fuels only. Yes, imagine that whatever the industries which are running in our country depends on the fossil fuels only. So that is why India or the eastern countries is unable to cut down or burning of fossil fuels. That's what India is very interested to reduce the burning of fossil fuels, but also thinks about country's development. Since independence, India is very poor nation economically. Yes, no. The economically backward countries mostly in the east, like India, China, yes, no, or Indonesia, are mostly African countries even today underdeveloped. But how they have to develop? They have to develop by industrial development or industrial growth only it is. To run the industry, they need to burn the fossil fuels only, isn't it? So that is why the conferences took place across the countries in the world hasn't been succeeding, failed. Yes, no, they agreed to reduce the boiling up, agrees the reduce the average temperature, that is 2 degrees Celsius, but not possible it is, not succeeded it is, isn't it? Just they agreed on the document on it is. They signed on the document to reduce to average temperature, that is 2 degrees Celsius, but not succeeded because of disagreements in between developed countries and the developing countries. Yes, no. Here is the question is that what are the human activities contributing global warming? First question it is how to minimize global warming. The minimization of global warming which depends on the humans only. For example, planting the trees, nothing deforestation. Deforestation leads to global warming. Afforestation leads to reduce the Earth's average temperature. Cut down or reduce the Earth's average temperature, that is global warming itself. The global warming maximum reduced by planting the trees. But we need to reach more than 10% of greenery itself. Indian forest cover is only 19%, but we reach to 33% of balancing the environment. So the environment will be balanced when our Indian forest cover will reach us to 33%. When we will be reached. When we have to reach gradually the average temperature of our country particularly may reduces, but it may not happen because for industrial development, for expansion of agriculture, for urbanization, we are cutting the trees. You may see for expansion of roads, we are cutting the trees. For building the industry, we are cutting the trees. For urbanization, we are cutting the trees. Then how it is possible for afforestation than the deforestation? Yes, no. If the humans can be concentrating on for planting the trees, it can be minimized. Yes, no. This is one of the important factor for minimizing the global warming by afforestation only. Right now. Next, second thing is then reducing the burning of fossil fuels. Yes, no. Maximum it is. Maximum the humans can be reducing the burning of fossil fuels. Right now, this is important. And use of electric appliances can be reduced by people. Electric appliances like geysers, refrigerators, air conditioners has been emitting harmful gases into atmosphere, leads to increasing that average temperature. When we have to cut down this, automatically what happens? That average temperature may reduces. One of the important reason it was. And when we have to reduce the use of vehicle, I mean private transport, public transport is there. I mean the government has been running the buses for reaching the destinations, right? No. But most of the people who depends on their own transport, like two-wheelers or four-wheeler vehicles like cars using for reaching the destinations are not, isn't it? So instead of using private transport, depends on the public transport, automatically what happens? The carbon emissions which emitting into atmosphere may reduces, isn't it? And for shorter distances, we have to go on foot, go by walk, for nearby the markets for vegetables, or for shopping, okay, nearby homes, for 1 or 2 kilometer distances, we have to, okay, moving on foot only, but not using the vehicles for shorter distances. So this way, we have to reduce the Earth's average temperature or cut down the global warming effect. This is completely the responsibility of humans only. Humans only it is. So this way, we have to take some precautions to reduce the burning of fossil fuels or reduce its average temperature also it is. Okay, how to minimize global warming? Also one of the important questions for public examinations right now. And one more, what about the disagreements in between developed countries and developing countries in order to reduce the burning of fossil fuels? I hope you understand regarding the burning of fossil fuels. What disagreement between the developed and developing countries? Yes, the developed countries agree to reduce the burning of fossil fuels, but not developing countries, because developing countries need development. They need to develop industrially. They become rich when they have to set up industries much more. Isn't it? So this is the way there was a disagreement in between developing and developing countries in order to reduce the burning of fossil fuels. Also important question, right? Next important topic we'll discuss about the climate change, impact of climate change in India. Impact of climate change. So what is the impact of climate change in India? As I told you that average temperature has been increasing 2 degrees Celsius once a decade. Decade nothing but, for 10 years. For once over 10 years, that average temperature has been increasing 2 degrees Celsius. But this is very small in number. But, if it is, the number of years has been increasing. 10 years, once over 10 years, 2 degrees. Next 20 years, 4 degrees Celsius. 30 years, 6 degrees Celsius. The temperature has been increasing rapidly. What happens? No life is possible upon the surface. That is why we need to discuss about impact of climate change in India. Right now, first of all, our country is one of the largest country in the world, and industrially has been developing country also. That is why India also one of the country has been facing climate change by anthropogenic global warming only. As we are the humans, in order to develop our country, emitting carbon emissions into atmosphere, right? Like vehicle uses increased. Yes, industries set upping rapidly. Industries have been opening very rapidly or not. So this leads to emitting the carbon emissions from the factories, from the vehicles, by burning the fossil fuels only. This leads to there is a drastic change in the Indian climate. Example, erratic rainfall. There is a rainfall distribution changes. It's been there is a disturbance in the rainfall. The seasons of our country was changed completely. During the winter, we have been facing heat. During the rainfall, there no rains has been coming in time. Actually, India has to be get rainfall in the month of June to September, but not by end of June or in the month of July, we have been getting the rain. And that all the regions of our country hasn't been getting rainfall uniformly also. Somewhere it is over rainfall, somewhere it is normal rainfall, that is less than the normal itself. So this leads to droughts and famines. The few states of our country have been facing droughts and famines due to lack of rainfall. The crops are going to fail because the monsoons has been failing or not. What was the reason behind it? The reason is that carbon emissions only. Because when we are burning the fossil fuels, automatically what happens? Then the atmosphere can preventing the heat, but doesn't trapping into space. As I told you that Earth can be receiving solar radiation from the sun, can be emitting into space. Trapping into space uniformly. This is called what? Redistribution. But here the heat doesn't be redistributing because of this emission, the greenhouse gases only, this harmful gases only. These harmful gases can be preventing the heat into atmosphere only. This is the reason that average temperature has been increasing. So that is why there is a drastic change of Indian climate. In order to getting the monsoons, you well know it is. I think India has to get the bulk of rainfall during June to September months, but not India has been getting. But all the states of our country has been getting the good rain, but few states has been getting over rain, and few of them has been getting less than the normal rainfall itself. This is called erratic rainfall. Erratic rainfall is the main cause for the climate change. Climate change because of global warming only. As you well know, the solar ice caps, like North Pole and South Polar, you know that. Like Antarctic and Arctic continents, you well know, which covered snow always. The large amount of snow which is in the northern southern hemispheres nearby the poles has been melting rapidly because of its average temperature only. When temperature increases, this temperature leads to melting of solar ice caps. What happens when the solar ice caps melted? The ocean water can be rises rapidly. This leads to submerging of coastal areas. The coastal countries can be submerged by water only. The rising of water. The melting of snow leads to increasing of oceanic levels. This leads to submerging of coastal areas. Best example, Maldives, which are nearby our country only. Now, the number of Maldives can increases. It was reduced. Why? Because most of the Maldives are very less altitude from the sea level. Most of them submerged only. One more best example, Indira Point. In 2004 tsunami, when it was affected, when was the tsunami hit the coastal areas, the Indira Point, which is the southmost tip of India, submerged into water. Submerged. No Indira Point right now. Why it was happens? Because of climate change only. Because of increasing that average temperature only. Yes, no. The solar ice caps which had large amount of methane also. The methane can be trapped when the solar ice caps are going to melt. The methane is more powerful than the carbon dioxide. It is 22 times powerful than the carbon dioxide, and it can be leads to increasing that average temperature very rapidly. Carbon dioxide is one of the reasons for increasing its average temperature, doesn't trapping the heat into space. But when the methane percentage increases, when the methane trapped from the solar ice capsule, then that average temperature has to be increased 22 times more than the present level. Then if it is happens, what happens? the no life is possible upon that surface. There is a tremendous changes over the Indian climate. Tremendous changes took place the countries across the world. It happens. Then we have seen that, during summer season, the average temperature is crossing more than 47 degrees Celsius also. Why it was happening? Because of this carbon emissions only, this greenhouse gases only, these harmful gases only. These gases can be preventing the heat into the atmosphere. This leads to increasing its average temperature. Right now, that is why all the human beings can be take a challenge to reduce the average temperature by reducing the burning of fossil fuels, reducing the using of private transport than the public transport. When they have to reduce the electric appliances like ACs, means air conditioners, so refrigerators and other geysers or water heaters like that, isn't it? And the coastal places, the coastal states of our country has been hitting the cyclones every year. Best example, Aila cyclone, which hit the Kolkata coast. It is one of the village, Nanadunga. It is completely affected, disastered by the cyclone effects. Most of the people who lives in Nanadunga village, who depends on the labor worker, or rickshaw pullers, or the plumbers, isn't it? Then they were very seriously affected by this cyclone effect. That is why the Kolkata Metropolitan Development Authority asked the people to change their places it is, isn't it? Then their homes completely bulldozed by the Kolkata Metropolitan Authority itself, because the place which is along the coast of West Bengal, which can be hitting the cyclones every year, isn't it? Why that particular coast is hitting the cyclones? Because of climate change only. The climate change leads to hitting the tsunamis. The climate change leads to hitting the cyclones to the coastal areas particularly, isn't it? So that is why, as we have to take a challenge to reduce the burning of fossil fuels, as we have to save the earth by afforestation, by planting the trees. So my dear students, have to focus on this topic for public examinations, because according to contemporary issues, there would be a 8-mark question asked in public examinations regarding global warming only. Yes, no. What are the human activities contributing global warming? How to minimize the global warming are very important for examination. Just have to focus on it. I hope you understand this entire lesson, Climate of India, from the starting to ending. My dear student, I request you all to read the textbook thoroughly, right now, to getting a good understanding over this entire topic it is. Yes, thank you all. Have a good day. We'll meet in the next class. Thank you.